Hello everyone and welcome back to the 16-part tutorial of the beginner guide into Maya. This time we will learn about beveling. So we're going to create a cube here, very simple cube, and we're going to use this beveling option and we'll see what exactly does it give us. So I'm going to shift right click while it's in object mode, and you can see that somewhere here, well, no, we need to first select an edge. I'm going to select this edge, that edge, and this edge. Okay. You know what? I'm going to select all of them at once, that way. And shift right click and choose bevel edge. Okay. Now, this is what by default will happen whenever you're going to do a bevel edge. Now, to explain exactly what it does, I'm going to change a little bit the values of this beveling. So I'm going to open the attribute editor while it's in object mode, and you will see here that we have a polybevel 1 tab. So basically what you will do is you're going to reduce this in order the fraction, in order to get an idea of exactly what happened since it was a cube. So basically it took each edge and multiplied it by 2. So we have 2, right? So for each edge now we have 2, and the connection point is a triangle. Now, in most cases, whenever we model, I don't know, hard surfaces and stuff like that, and we want to get in the renders, whenever we're going to render, we want to get some highlights. The best way in order to get those highlights is to take any sharp edges and simply bevel them a little bit in a way that the light will be able to reflect from that corner, or from that beveled surfaces. So basically this is, well, it's not really meant for this, but this is how usually modelers are using beveling. So right now we bevel this, and the default settings set the segments into 1. You can add some more segments, and by that, first of all, you eliminate the problem that we have with triangles. So right now we have quads here in this portion, and if we're going to add more, so we will have another triangle in the middle, but as long as we will continue in, pairs, so we will have quads, and that's good. Now, what's nice about this is now you have a really nice cube, I mean like dice cubes. So this is one way to use it, and basically it simply does almost the same thing as we done with adding extra edge loops whenever we used smooth preview. But right now it's just not smooth preview, it's a simple cube with non-smooth preview applied, but we have beveled edges with a little bit more segments, and it gives us almost the same effect. So this is it for the bevel option. I mean, in some cases the bevel option will serve you good, but you will need to get a little bit more understanding on when to use it and how to use it correctly. I've done some I don't know, shelves or something like that at the past, like in some parts of my tutorials I made shelves and tried to apply bevel into those shelves, and what happened is that if you don't really see what it's going to come whenever you're going to use it, sometimes it can ruin a little bit with your, or messed up with a little bit with your models. So you need to use it wisely and really see the outcome, or at least examine the outcome of it whenever you're going to use this. So this is it for beveling. Of course, you can play a little bit more with the settings here. You can do other things like adding more segments, bring the fraction like so, or I don't know, just try and play with it and see what came up from it. Thank you again for watching, and we'll meet you at the next part. Bye bye.